Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City today at Protective Stadium as a couple of teams look to walk away as champions of the Birmingham Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The LSU Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all of the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bond. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not closes. He got twilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the owner. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Plucks it out of the air. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Stanford lines up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open.
There he goes.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
On the double.
The give on the inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Vic. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hand off from the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Dropping back, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. Great awareness by this defense to know where the first down line was and stop him just a little bit short. Big fourth down decision coming. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Leaves it with the back. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football.
Turning it on! Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here.
Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the defense just has to do a better job in coverage in that situation. Down close to the goal line, you know it's going to be man coverage. You just have got to do a better job sticking on your guy. The defender just simply got beat.
And they tacked on the extra point.
LSU 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Hauls it in. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in down the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to
Pulls it in on the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Got room at the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Connection to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smart. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Cardinal! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Well, It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw it. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half, and always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all. Came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season. The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll run play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll throw on third and short. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the air, it's Carr. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. They'll mark him down at the 2, the excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Pulls it in, it's Bond. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll run the screen. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Here's a heat. Soft spot in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Carr. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on third. Right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he pitched, he got rid of it quickly on a line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point.
31, LSU, 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Oh, better look out. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinal. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know.
He's got it down the left side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. LSU right back to the line. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American. And it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going. And at the end of the year, you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got the quick pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun on third down. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points?
Turning it on! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Give to the back. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.